Hi, hi everyone. Sailor Mercury here. Sailor Quicksilver. Amy here. And today we're going to talk about, you know, why we do not shift or clean or skip or cut our films. First off, it takes a lot of time. I mean, it's not like you can put your film, whatever it need be, into some film skimming tool and think that you can that it won't take a lot of time, which it will, you know. And a lot of folks like to say that, oh, these film skimming tools are smooth to work. They're not. You know, first off, you go into them, they got all these tools and all these settings, and you really don't know what does what. Because the business that made it didn't really, go through and tell you what all these tools do. You didn't have a handbook. And don't think if you bought these tools, you'd get a handbook either, because you're not. It's not like you can go download a handbook from a website or whatever the fuck. You cannot really do that. So free or not, way too many tools and settings. And some of these film skimming tools that we worked with in the past weren't really anything outstanding. I mean, let's look at SmallSoft Windows Filmmaker, which was around from Windows 95 until Windows 7. After that, it went away, and every offshoot of it was the same way. Oh, it could make your film brighter, make your film darker, give you a beginning or end sheet to your film, which that's the only thing it seemed to truly be good at. You tell it to cut something out of your film, yeah, it might really besmirch your film. And I know trolls don't want to hear that, but it's true. So it's true. It'll besmirch your film. You might get lucky and you can work with anything before and after the cut. Or what happened to us once where we cut it and it wouldn't let us work with anything before and after the cut. So, yeah. And SmallSoft Windows Filmmaker takes too long to fillet whatever shifts you made to the film. Then we had to work with the most watered down offshoots of film skimming tools known as ArcSoft Film Filleter, ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend. And let's be honest, neither of them lived up to being any of those things. They could make an end sheet or a beginning sheet to your film not as good as a SmallSoft one. Make your films brighter, darker, not as good as a SmallSoft one. And knowing our luck, they wouldn't cut nothing out. You would hit cut, nothing would happen. You'd hit the double blade lightness, nothing would happen. Neither of them could cut nothing out. The only thing the two ArcSoft tools were good at was, quickly filleting your film. But at the end of the day, that's really all they were really good for. And then the last one that we end up working with was the one that everybody says is great, but it was really, ours was not. Was, Cyberlink or interweb feed strength or might overseer. The one we got was broken, could not do nothing. It could only film, and it really couldn't film very well either. So I don't want to hear about how these film skimming tools out here are my friend when they were not. And I know someone out there's going to say, well, what about the Sony Vegas film skimmer? What about the Apple's iFilms? How about the Apple's Macintosh OS iFilm? What about all the other ones? I tell you, they're all shit. You know, each and every one of them is shit too. None of them work very well. Last Cut is really is bad too. They're all bad. You know. And he's in Clip Champ or Clip Fighter. Well, that one was a shitty one too. All of them are all shitty. And I know folks give forgivenesses for it. Oh, well, we got the freeware one. If you want the cool shit, you gotta yield for it. Well, if that's true, then that's sad. But anyway, they take way too much time to fillet whatever things we want to do to the film. Cutting things out was a hit and miss. The beginning and end sheets were nothing outstanding. Making your film bright or dark, that really didn't do much. You know? And sometimes the film would get stuck in uploading or stuck in filleting on Euro when we did something like that and ran it through one of those one of those, one of those God hell, one of those, how do I say this without, one of those badly made film skimming tools. So, anyway, it is what it is. It's, and that's why, and we don't skim or cut or clean our films because we like our films the way they are. We like to make it, upload it, fillet it. Don't want to fuck around with some film skimming tool because we're one of those flawless folks out there that wants their films to be flawless. Oh, I gotta have my upload live stream or short has to be, or podcast gotta be flawless. Well, not me. So, hopefully you know why we don't skim or cut or clean anything of our films. So, alright, that's all for me. If you want to see when Tuxedo Mask or Evening Wear Hyde gave his thoughts on the Sailor Moon game for Sega, then by all means watch that film if you want. And I'll see you later.